Well, who's paying for this ad? No doubt you've seen it by now, either on TV or online. An advertisement supporting Governor Kevin Stitt's tax cut plan. But who's behind it?
News 4's Spencer Humphrey found some interesting ties between those behind that advertisement and recent actions of Governor Stitt.
A new day in Oklahoma.
Have you seen it?
Taxes lowered. Record savings.
Yet another one of those political ads. This one painting a rosy picture of Oklahoma's governor.
Without cuts to essential services. Thanks to Kevin Stitt.
Advertising his agenda and asking you to get your representatives and senators on board.
Tell your legislators, support Kevin Stitt's Happen to Path plan.
It prominently features Stitt in staged scenarios, including this scene, first used in a Stitt campaign ad during his original run for governor in 2018. But unlike the 2018 ad, Stitt's campaign is not behind this one. No, the fine print says it's a group called 46 Forward. We told you about 46 Forward leading up to November's election when they sent a bunch of money to a political action committee, or PAC, that ran ads urging people to vote out 3 Oklahoma Supreme Court justices. We told you then 46 Forward is what's called a dark money group. Basically, it's a private company that gets a whole bunch of money donated to it by various people. It pulls all that cash in one big pot. Last year, they spent it on funding that PAC that ran the ads against the judges. This year, they spent it on making their own ads supporting Stitt's tax cut agenda. Attorney Tim Gilpin says it's all perfectly legal, but part of a worrying trend.
It's concerning that dark money is in our politics, but not only that, it's in arguments and debates in the legislature itself.
And Gilpin says unlike PACs who legally have to share their list of donors, dark money groups like 46 Forward can keep their donors totally anonymous.
It's dark money, no doubt very wealthy people wanting to influence us and the legislators themselves one by one. All you can find out from a dark money PAC is who is registered as their agent.
And we did that. Public business records list 3 people as 46 Forward's principals. Romney McGuire, the wife of businessman Corbin McGuire, who once chaired Stitt's campaign. Richard Tannenbaum, the CEO of real estate group Gardner Tannenbaum. And Rudy Blanco. He runs Tulsa-based company Pathway Services. Records show both Blanco, Tannenbaum, and their wives personally donated the maximum amounts to Stitt's campaigns when he ran for governor. In late January, Tannenbaum spoke at a business leaders forum hosted by the Oklahoman. The Oklahoman reported Tannenbaum criticized State Superintendent Ryan Walters, saying Walters' leadership over public schools had hurt the state's future workforce and businesses like his are dead in the water without the workforce. The Oklahoman said Tannenbaum even called for removal of Walters as state superintendent. It was just a couple weeks after Tannenbaum's comments that Stitt, a man who once appointed Walters as his own Secretary of Education, changed his tone.
And let's not terrorize and make our kids not show up at school.
He turned on Walters and replaced 3 state school board members who had historically gone along with most of Walters' ideas.
If we're not top 10 in education, Oklahomans should be mad.
Fewer than 2 weeks after that, 46 Forward began running that ad about Stitt's tax cut plan. The timing doesn't seem coincidental to political analyst and Flashpoint fill-in host Jeff Barong.
There's no question that this is tied together. They definitely seem to be aligned. I mean, they definitely tend to be there when he needs them.
But despite that interesting timing,
it's not nefarious.
He's not sure it's ultimately really that deep, at least in this particular case.
I guarantee you they want to cut the income tax. There's a whole lot of people on that side of the fence who feel the exact same way. And so they are giving him air support for his agenda. In the case of what I would call the Stitt-Walters divorce, you have all sorts of people who are they're tired of it. So it's not surprising that they're on the same page.
And we wanted to speak to those 3 people listed as 46 Forward's principals for this story. We've tried to contact them, but haven't heard back. And as for Stitt, every time we've asked his office about his ties to 46 Forward, well, they've told us we need to refer our questions to Stitt's campaign or 46 Forward itself.